Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome to another episode of Life with Shenita. I am your host, Shenita Connolly, and I will be joined by two amazing men, Wendell Limitless Hollins and Andrew Snorton, the author. So, what's special about tonight? It is Mother's Day, a Mother's Day celebration. We are going to celebrate mothers from across the nation, but specifically, we have 7 mothers whom we are going to highlight as extraordinary moms or mothers, whatever you may call them. And so we would like for you to like and share this broadcast this evening. Please like and share the broadcast because it is going to be an amazing evening of celebrating moms. You know, I've heard this saying, celebrate and give moms or people their flowers while they can enjoy them. And that's exactly what we want to do tonight by highlighting, by recognizing, and by awarding these amazing mothers. So, with that being said, I am going to bring in my co host, two of them, for this evening. Mr. Limitless, Wendell Limitless Hollins,
Hello,
and
everybody.
Mr. Andrew Snorton. Good evening, gentlemen.
Great
Hey,
evening.
good evening. Good evening, everybody.
It's a celebration, right?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Definitely.
so I am so excited to have you both sharing this evening with me as we celebrate, I think, one of God's most precious commodities, a mother, because if not for mothers, we would not be here. Is that correct?
So far, yes, that is correct.
It carried the
Agreed.
seed.
Agreed.
Yeah, so I just when I think of moms, I lost my mom in 2001. It'll be 20 years, July 4th. And so it's not a day that goes by that I don't think about her and wish that she was here and could celebrate her as well. So what a wonderful tribute to her by celebrating other mothers who are still living. So I'm glad that you guys are on the bandwagon with me this evening. So with that being said, welcome to
Welcome.
you and everyone else out there. Welcome. So Wendell, you want to share a little bit about the purpose with them? I shared a little bit, but you want to, share a little bit?
The purpose of this is regardless of your mother, if she's living, if she's dead, if you never met her, she was a purpose in a positive part of your life. Without her, you couldn't have been born. So it's an exciting time. For me personally, my mother died January 11, 2019, but she spoke to me last night. And I want to read to you what she read, what she spoke to me about. I put in my journal, I said, God revealed mom is extremely happy and full of joy. She's still literally holding my hand and guiding my walk of purpose. I rejoice every second of the rest of my entire life with this supernatural guarantee it shall come to pass. In her cloth and wooden shoes, mom's feet are like hinds feet. She literally holds my right hand and guides me as we walk upon my high places. To me, that symbolizes what mothers mean. They don't have to be here physically. They could be gone like a lot of us have gone on the other side, as they say, but they always live in our heart. They really do. They lead, guide, and direct us. But just like when we were kids, they may give us direction, but we may not choose to heed it. So
Absolutely.
I want to recognize everybody that the purpose of this is truly a celebration, but it's also a time of reflection. Thinking back about what your mother meant to you, you may shed some tears and maybe tears of joy, but I want you to be honest with yourself because the purpose of this is just to get real, to celebrate mothers and put everything aside for the next hour. Shenita?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. When I think about mothers, I think about that person who truly has nurtured us, who taught us how to love, who cared for us, who contributed to who we are today, whether it's with features or characteristics. So I am just so grateful. So, Andrew, I know that you have something to share about why mothers matter.
Indeed. And a number of the reasons were what we started off with earlier. That's where life starts. And when you think about who your first teachers are, you think about from the time you're in the womb to the primary nurturer, guidance, counsel, things along those lines. In so many instances, it's the mother. And as we get older, we see more behind the scenes, whether working at home, going out to work, just doing what they can to be resourceful. It reminds me of a conversation I had earlier today. You think about the adage, making something out of nothing, and
Mhm.
that can be that next meal, that could be hemming your
Hmm.
hemming your trousers or
Yes,
things along those
Hmm.
lines. There are countless instances of mothers being the example in regards to, like we said, nurturing, setting that tone in the household, setting that tone when you go out, because you step out the door, you represent more than just you. So
yes,
these are a
yes,
number of the life lessons I think a number of people can recall, can recount.
yes,
You're reciting it, you might use different words, but it's like, wait a minute, where did I learn that from?
yes,
And especially when I think about my mom, who I'm blessed to still have, my mom, um, even to this day, in regards to just feedback and just still chipping away, getting that wisdom, that knowledge, that insight, that counsel. So even though, quote, as a man, you might be the decision maker, you are only as strong as your woman, plain and
yes,
simple. And that woman better be your number one advisor, for
yes,
lack of a better term, or you're not going to last too long. So
right.
in saying all that, extraordinary, you put the emphasis on extra because there's so many extra things seen and unseen that mothers each and
Yes,
every day, and
yes,
historically have done, are doing, and will continue to do. So I definitely want to give shouts to my mom, Miss Faye Snorton, and shouts to all the mothers and maternal figures, known and unknown, doing what they can
Hmm.
to be the resource that we so sincerely need.
yes. Absolutely, absolutely. And Wendell, your
Yes.
mother, you mentioned that she passed away in 2019.
Yes.
Tell us something that one thing that comes to mind when you think of your mother.
Yeah, it's right at the tip of my tongue. The one thing I love about my mother was she let us make our own decisions. She treated us with maturity as children within the parameters of what we could comprehend. To the point that when we got older, me and my siblings, my mother had a way of talking to you where she wouldn't tell you what to do, but once she explained to you her perspective, you went along with it. So being the smart kids that me and my siblings were, there are certain things we wouldn't ask my mother. We would just do it. So we just paid the consequences for it. So mothers have insight and wisdom. A lot of things that I thought were harmful to me as a child, especially those switches. Those of you who don't know what a switch is a branch that comes off a tree that connects to your behind.
Stop! You're giving me flashbacks. Stop! Stop!
I know.
But it made me the man that I am today. So that's a main reflection of my mom.
When I think of my mom, I remember when you said switches, we got, whipped with belts. And my mom would be snickering while my dad would be chastising us. She would be snickering. And he's like, really, mom? Like, you think this is funny?
But I'll
But some very fond memories of my mother growing up, and I wish that she could be here today to see, where I have matriculated through life, to be and my siblings. I think she would be also proud of us. So, Andrew, you were about to say something else.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, when you talk about wisdom and insight and having flashbacks of when you have that mischievous moment. So, of course, my dad would play, the enforcer. And sometimes mom would just sit there and be like, now, Andrew, if you had taken the same energy and used it in a much more constructive manner, you probably wouldn't be in that situation right now. So of course I'm sitting on my stomach, my behind is on fire like a campfire. But when I think about wisdom, it's like, like they say, you can use your energy constructively. And definitely when I think of
Yes.
mom in regards to, like we said, a lot of characteristics that we said before, but wisdom in regards to just being ordered and strategic with your steps. And it's
Yes.
okay to
Yes.
pause for a moment and,
Yes.
like they say, look both ways before you cross the street. Just
Yes.
even that simple adage of let's see how we can use our energy constructively,
Hmm.
so that way, you're not only protecting you, but you're protecting others. So all those countless lessons, and like we said
Oh my
earlier,
goodness.
sacrifices known and unknown, definitely, it's a blessing. It really is.
Yes. When I think of my mother, she was my connection to Christ. She was the first example that I saw in the home. I'm talking about really teaching and praying and studying and giving us, opportunities to pray in the circle. Um, and even if we were nervous, she encouraged us to do our best, whatever that best word was at the time, whether it was 2 words or 20 words.
Hmm.
So
Agreed.
those opportunities to teach us in the training grounds, which was the home. And I think about the sacrifices that her and my dad made over the years for us because we were in private school all of our life from first to 12th grade. And I'm sure there were many sacrifices that they had to make in carting us off to school because there was no bus and then getting to work on time. My dad working 2 or 3 jobs, so I think about all the sacrifices that they made for us because of just their challenges that they went through as children, not being as educated and wanting their children to have a up in life. So,
Hmm.
when I think of that, I'm like, man, um, I just was blessed with 2 amazing parents, and I certainly miss my both of them. But my mother was certainly something special. So
Absolutely.
with that being said, Wendell, I know you have a poem to dedicate to the mothers.
Yes. A Mother's Day spoken word. Your loving mother is a very special person. She raised you since you were as small as a sea urchin. Mother's Day is a time to celebrate all the mothers out there and the impacts they make. For you and your siblings, but not only for them, mothers are so special. They support people on a whim. So celebrate your mother, especially if she's alive. Give her her flower while she is living, and that ain't no jive. For the mothers who have died, they leave a legacy for us. To fulfill their legacy, I truly feel you must. If your relationship with your mother is not what it should be, then correct it or let it go. And don't let it be an anchor to thee. Mother's Day is to honor mothers, even if they did not birth you, because of the impact on your life that helped you through. So call them today and just say thank you and love. Let her know the impact that she made was sent from heaven above by
Oh,
Wendell Limitless Hollins.
that was beautiful. That was
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Thank you. And I want to just, read just a few essays. So I want to explain to the audience. So I solicited in my immediate network for people to nominate extraordinary moms, as Andrew said, and as we mentioned earlier. We know that there are moms all over the world. And happy Mother's Day to each and every one of you all. Happy early Mother's Day. And so I was blessed, and I say blessed, to have received nominations for 7 mothers. That may not seem like a lot, but that's
Mhm.
a big deal to me. 7 moms. And I just want to, share a snippet um, of a few essays. So one of them, and I won't call the names, but I just want to share just what people think of others. This essay is from a daughter, a young daughter, a teenage daughter. And it says, "The guiding star of my life, my mom." If I were to describe my mom in a single word, the only word that can accurately describe her is extraordinary. She is not like other moms. She has not had an easy life or had someone to teach her how to be a good mother. The only teacher she has had is herself. She has learned everything from her desire for my twin brother and me to be successful. My mom is the only person who actively supports and cares for us. She is the only one that has been involved in our lives since day one. I can honestly say that there is not anyone that has been more involved in our lives than she is. She spends every waking moment with us, teaching us, loving us, and providing for us. From our first breath to our college graduation, she has and will play multiple roles and has never once left our side. She is with us no matter how challenging we can be or what mood we are in. She has been our mother no matter how sick she is or how tired she feels. When she and my brother were exposed to COVID-19, she was not worried about herself. She was worried about what would happen to us if she would pass away. I know that she has done everything in her power to help us succeed so that we do not face the challenges that she has faced. So that when she is gone, she can look down from heaven and see that we are happy and know that she has been the greatest mom anyone can ever be. Is that not sweet? Just absolutely sweet. So that's just like one of the essays. So we're going to share another one of the moms that was nominated, just about 2 minutes of her daughter who is going to just kind of say thank you for her mom who's unable to be here. Her essay was nominated by her, this mother's essay was nominated by her niece. It says, "My aunt is like a mother to me and my siblings since my mom passed away in 2004. She is so caring. She has kids of her own, also grands and great grands. She always finds time for us. She's a woman of God saved by God's grace. And I tell her all the time that we are so thankful for her. She takes care of her brothers as well." That's the kind of heart she has. She is the mother of the year to me. And so I just wanted to share that. And her daughter, Latron Mitchell, is going to share a couple of minutes about her mom. Good evening. If you would unmute.
Girl, that's why I got a millennium. That's why I got her. That's why I got her.
I'm not a millennial. That's the wrong generation.
Well, thank you guys. Number one, it is so great to be here with you all. Let me just say, Dolores Mitchell is delighted. She is not able to attend tonight. Mom is not a Facebooker, but that's okay. We got plenty of family that's in here, and we're all tuned in. Shenita, you hit it on the head. Dorothy is who submitted the essay, but she is known to me as Cousin Dot. So my mother is the mother of 3 children, one of whom passed in January of this year. Much respect to my brother Lynn. So my mother has been the mother of everybody in the family. She is a true champion. I just this morning did a shout out to her for Mother's Day, because Mother's Day is not just Sunday to me. It is every day that I have my mom. Shenita, let me just say condolences to you for your mother. But you know, Dolores is that ear. So anytime you want to call that number in Augusta, Georgia, she will pick it up on that party line. If she does not have something else going on, you may have to reach her secretary, which is the answer machine. But she is a spirit to us. My sister Renee and I are very blessed to have her. Mom will be 78 this year. And she runs circles around us.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does. To my left, but I guess to y'all's right, is one of her grandgirls. Her name is Miracle.
Hi.
And I just want to share a short story with you all. In 1998, I was in a horrific car accident. I was mangled, paralyzed, and told two things. I would never walk again and never have a child. Well, Miracle is 17 this year. And I am truly walking. And the doctors left from the Medical College of Georgia. They left my room. And my mother said, the devil's a lie. You're going to get up out that bed. You're going to have that miracle baby. That is what she calls her. So that hints is why her name is what it is. But I truly want to just represent Dolores Mitchell as a true champion. All of the mothers, we do so much. Shenita, let me just tell you, girl, I just came from the gym. I ain't never been so quick at the gym and getting on this TV or this broadcast, but Dolores is worth it. So to all the mothers out there, to everyone, Shenita, let me just give kudos to you. You do so much. I never, and Shenita, let me just tell you, girl, I never knew you until you came to my brother's funeral. So I wholeheartedly, I thank you, because without broadcasts like you and the gentleman that's on here and just Facebooking, I Facebook too much, but that's okay. I'm gonna keep doing it. Right. And because it's an outlet. It's for people that don't know that mothers are important and they do so much. So kudos to all the mommies. And God bless you guys. Thank you
so much. We so appreciate you, and congratulations to mommy. And I'll be in touch with her.
No worries. No worries. Thank you
so much. Love you guys.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I just want to quickly chime in on what she said about Shenita. Shenita is a mother to people who are even older than her. Some of you might not know, but she's got a widow and widowers organization that's been really impactful, where she's been guiding people through some of their most trying times, providing love and encouragement. So I just want to give that quick shout out to the wonderful superstar Shenita.
Thank you. You know how much I love you. Thank you.
You too, girl.
Thank you. Thank you. So we are privileged, and I'm honored to bring before you all some entertainment by an amazing woman who's extraordinary herself. And she is going to bless our souls with a solo. And I am going to bring her in. She's multi-talented. She actually lives in Augusta, Georgia right now. And I'm going to allow her, Miss Sanja Danette, to introduce herself and to grace us with a song. So, gentlemen, I need you guys to help me welcome this beautiful young lady into the studio.
Welcome, Sanja. We look forward to your melodious voice.
Yes. Hello, everyone.
Thank you. That's so beautiful. Thank you for dressing up for the occasion.
Yes. You know, I have to do it right if I'm going to do it. So, yeah.
Yes. So I just thank you for sharing your gift that God has blessed you with in song and saying yes to me on such a short notice and just speaking to the hearts of these mothers.
Absolutely. Oh, was someone saying something?
No, it's all on you.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I greatly appreciate you and all of the mothers. Congratulations to all the mothers who are being honored. That is being a mother is really, challenging at times, especially if you're a mother to other people's children, you know, so
Mhm.
it's amazing. I'm a teacher, so I kind of get a little bit of that. But
Yes, yes, yes.
yes. So, but congratulations, and I'm Sanja Danette, as she said, and I'm just glad to be here. You can follow me on Sanja Danette. Yeah, everywhere on all social media. All right. And the song is Your Love, My Love is Your Love, Whitney Houston. Okay. We didn't, you know, it was short notice, so we didn't really talk about it because sometimes the track can lag a little bit. And so I didn't know if you want me to do a cappella or so, but we're gonna try the track. Okay.
There you go.
Yes. Clap your hands. Come on. If tomorrow's judgment day and I'm standing on the front line and the Lord asked me what I did with my life, I will say I spent it with you. Yeah. If I wake up in World War III, I see destruction and poverty, and I feel like I want to go home. It's okay if you're coming with me. It's alright. Yeah. Come on. 'Cause your love is my love and my love is your love. It will take an eternity to break us, and the chains of our star couldn't hold us. Your love is my love and my love is your love. It would take an eternity to break us, and the chains of our star couldn't hold us. If I lose my fame and fortune, and I'm homeless on the streets, and I'm sleeping in Grand Central Station, it's okay if you're sleeping with me. Yeah, it's alright. As the years they pass us by, we stay young through each other's eyes. And no matter how old we get, it's okay as long as I got you, babe. Yeah. 'Cause your love is my love and my love is your love. It would take an eternity to break us, and the chains of our star couldn't hold us. Your love is my love and my love is your love. It would take an eternity to break us, and the chains of our star couldn't hold us. If I should die this very day, don't cry, 'cause on earth we weren't meant to stay. And no matter what the people say, I'll be waiting for you after the judgment day. Your love is my love and my love is your love. It would take an eternity to break us, and the chains of our star couldn't hold us. Your love is my love and my love is your love. It would take an eternity to break us, and the chains of our star can't hold us. Yeah, it's alright. Yeah, yeah. Your love is my love. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
You beautiful, beautiful.
Thank
Your
you.
love is my
It's my
love.
love.
Yes.
It's my
Good
love.
job. Good
It's your
job.
love.
When
Look
I
at
think of a mother and I think of moms, they love from a very deep place, and
Yes.
they want your love is their love.
Hmm.
You
Absolutely.
know, and so I just thank you for sharing your gifts and your talents with us this evening and saying yes. And happy Mother's Day to you
Thank
also.
you.
Yes.
Same to
You
you.
While you
look
were singing,
beautiful.
it brought me, for some reason, I went totally different places. I wasn't hosting a show. I'd have muted myself and turned off my screen and just started dancing, you know.
that.
But I had to have my host face on. And secondly, I
Hey,
thought
you
about
know
mother.
what?
For some
Hey,
reason, I went to church. In small churches, they have what they call the motherboard.
Yeah.
And that's what I went to while you were singing. I just went to the
mhm.
motherboard, the all white with the church fans, with Martin Luther King on the front, and the funeral home in the back, because the air conditioning don't work. That's why I went. So
Yes.
thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
So much. And
Thank you.
Andrew, I know you wanted to say something to her before she leaves.
Oh yeah, definitely. Just thank you. Just a great vibe to be able to just kick back, rock with
Yes.
it a little bit, and just really
Yes.
take it in. And it's a great tie-in with the themes that we've covered. So thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank
Greatly appreciate
you.
you.
And we will talk with you soon. And people can
Yes.
find you on all social media
Yes.
platforms, right?
Yes, ma'am. Sanja Danette.
All
Yes.
right.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Thank you. And you have a wonderful
Thank
evening.
you.
Happy
You
Mother's Day to
too.
you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank
Happy
you.
Mother's Day.
Bye.
Bye bye. Okay, gentlemen. I know Andrew is I don't know if your time is up, it's 7:31, but I have enjoyed you this evening. If you have a few more minutes to
Yeah,
rock
I
with
can I
us.
can squeeze it. Yeah, I have a few more minutes definitely, so I'll be
Okay.
able to stick around longer. So
So
thank you.
so thank you. So as we said earlier, we had 7 moms nominated. And so I'm so glad I didn't have to judge. I didn't have to rank. I didn't have to do any of that because every essence of every essay spoke to me in some way. And so it would have been hard for me to do that. So I'm glad I didn't have to do it. So, we ended up with um initially I was going to do 4 first through fourth place, and then when we got 7, I was like, you know what, we can't let any of them walk away without being celebrated. So we had ended up with 2, but we had someone to relook at our numbers, and we ended up with 3 at the top at number 1. And so we are honored to have actually 2 of them with us right now. And so we're going to invite them into the studio, and I am hoping that we can enjoy them and the individuals who nominated them. So I want you to just hold tight and let's see what we got here. We have Miss Kathy L. Smith. Hey, Kathy, how are you? And we have Miss Janice
Okay, I'm
Billingsley.
unmuted. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good evening.
Hello, Kathy and Janice,
Hello.
how are you?
Doing well. How are you all?
Wonderful.
Excited. Come
So
on, Wesley.
congratulations
Come
on
here,
being
son.
nominated.
Oh, Wesley, come on.
Um, Congratulations on being nominated. And before we bring in the individuals that nominated you all, let me bring in 2 individuals. They are just going to come in for a few minutes and acknowledge you all and their mother really quick before they leave. So I have none other than Miss Melanie Williams, who is near and dear to me. Several sponsors this evening: Mr. Andrew Snorton, Mr. Wendell Hollins, Miss Melanie Williams. I'm just graciously blessed to have these people in my life. And so I'm going to bring my beloved son-in-law here, John Tucker. So we're going to allow you, Melanie, to share a bit before you have to step out really quick.
Thank you, Shenita. It is such an honor to be here. Hello to the panel, the esteemed panel, and also the moms who did the nominating, as well as the legacy that we see here. And so just on behalf of Apparent Miracles, I just want to say hello to Shenita. We are just so honored and proud and thankful that she has asked us to be part of this. And so we were able and just thrilled to be able to present some of the gifts that you'll be receiving tonight. I'm not going to spoil it. I've been following, so I'm just going to not steal the thunder. But I started the foundation that's doing this called the Parent Miracles to help single working parents. And it was in honor of my mother who passed away. I'm sorry, my Lord, my father who passed away, and my mom who was widowed raised us on her own. And by the grace of God, we were able to succeed, my brother and I, and we're able to pay it forward. So in tribute to her, I'm sharing, this is a picture of her when she was a teacher back in the
Beautiful.
day.
She has not changed either, has she?
Not at all.
Beautiful.
And then fast forward to this picture today, being in the COVID environment. So I know it's like a terrible
Beautiful.
So
Yes, a beautiful
again,
mother.
thank you. And congratulations to you all. I love the poem, and I just love all of the comments that are being set forth, because this is such an important thing that you're doing, Shenita. So congratulations again.
Thank you so much, Melanie. I so appreciate you, and thank God that we are in each other's lives, woven into each other's lives. So thank you.
And one more thing, if I can say real quick, I forgot to mention, we're doing the program tomorrow called We Are Sons and Daughters. And so that is to honor, for folks to gather and honor their legacy of mothers who have transitioned. And so Shenita will be sharing more information on that with her flyer. So
Yes.
thanks, Shenita.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And so my son-in-law, I was waiting for him to share a few words. There he is. Mr. John Tucker,
Hey.
welcome and thank you for joining us.
Hey,
Hey, good evening.
hold on, let me get in a better spot. So yeah, my mom, she couldn't make it, but she was going to be a part of the show, and I was kind of pressed for time. Sorry for being late, but
That's okay.
I just wanted to acknowledge her and also acknowledge you, really,
Thank you.
for just being a phenomenal mom, and all the great things that you do. I appreciate you, and my mom, and everything that you
Yes.
guys bring to it, a different dynamic, a different point of view, perspective, love,
Yes.
conversation, dialogue. I just love how we can just talk about
Yes.
anything. So I really appreciate that, and that's what I get from my mom too. So
Yes. I appreciate it.
bless you for that. So thank you. Thanks
Yes.
for being on the show, even when I'm
Thank
late.
you. Thank you so much for just taking the time to be here. And we have these beautiful mothers. It's so many of them, but we have two here that ranked in the first place, Miss Kathy Smith and Miss Janice Billingsley. And I wanted to bring Miss Kimberly Cook, who nominated Kathy, and Burrell Billingsley, who nominated his mother. And I'm assuming he will be joining us shortly. But in the meantime, Kimberly, tell us
Yes.
why you nominated Miss Kathy Smith.
Well, I nominated Kathy. I met Kathy 8 years ago, and my Aunt Dolores introduced us 8 years ago. And when we met, it was like love at first sight almost,
Uh-huh.
She took me to her home, and she introduced me to her husband. And when I was introduced, her husband said, "She looks just like Lisa." And Lisa is Kathy's oldest daughter, who died on Easter Sunday in 2008 with Kathy's granddaughter and son-in-law. And from that moment on, Kathy just encouraged me. And she was like, my mother in Atlanta. My mother is here with me here I'm in Birmingham, Alabama. My mother's with me here now, but in
Yes.
Atlanta, Kathy was that lady. And she just encouraged me and inspired me. And I learned from her disappointments and her loss. And I saw that she still had so much love for Jesus. And she wasn't going to let what she lost stop her. And I just remember when her second daughter was having some major health issues, she left Atlanta, went to California, and she loves to crochet. So she took this blanket that she made when her baby was young to take to her daughter in California to wrap it around her, to comfort her and to let her know that she was gonna her mother was there, her mother loved her, and Kathy stayed there for months. She left her job, she left everything to be with her daughter. And again, just all the things that Kathy went through in regard to disappointment and loss, and she has one granddaughter remaining of a family member. And she loves her granddaughter Cherish, and she's doing everything she knows to do to make sure that granddaughter is well taken care of. I host retreats for teenage girls. It's called Échappée. And Kathy would come, and she had a granddaughter. One of the granddaughters that she lost was about one of the girls' ages that we were mentoring. And Kathy came and loved them. And she would break out into a song. And so she might break out into a song tonight for you guys. But she was just so much joy, even in the midst of such heartache. And it's just been, I don't know, we laugh when we think of the things that we've gone through together. And it's just a pleasure and an honor to be able to, it was a pleasure and an honor to be able to nominate her tonight as an extraordinary mother.
Awesome. I just want to thank you, and I want to congratulate you, Kathy, for being extraordinary. And I met you because Vincent McCant said I had to meet you because you were a widow. And then I learned of your loss of your 2 children. And so I am so grateful that he trusted you with me. And so to you, congratulations. And may God continue to bless you and your endeavors. And I'm going to give you a moment in just a minute, but I have another extraordinary mother whose son nominated her, and I think he is sitting next to her. And we want him to share a few moments or a few words, as brief as we can, and only because of time. It's 7:42, and I want us to move along as quickly as we can. So actually, she has 2 sons here, and we're going to see if we can let them. I know that we have a preacher, and so I know preachers don't really know how to control their length of speaking. So preacher, pastor, minister Burrell Billingsley, we're giving you a advance warning, but I'm going to allow you to speak first. If you could just do a brief snippet of why your mom is extraordinary, then we're going to turn it over to James.
Okay, thank you. This is such an honor and a pleasure to have my mother to be a part of this. The reason why she's extraordinary to me, I'll just give you one example, was during our high school years, while managing a house, being a wife, being a mother, my father going through cancer, she also was a full-time student and was able to still get her degree while managing a house. That's not anything you can take lightly and not for granted. Working in education, I know students who quit school for less. So to see her be able to persevere and do that was just extraordinary. And I think it pushed me to why I'm able to get my degrees that I've gotten and go on to my doctorates, because I saw her push through some extraordinary trials and toils. So that's why she's extraordinary to me. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And James, I know that you have something to share with us as well. I'm sorry, James.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Yes. Hello. Happy early Mother's Day to everyone.
Thank
Who's
you.
a mother, of course. Thank you for having me on. I actually feel very special and honored because I don't think I've ever been on something this extraordinary here. Extraordinary. Um, but just to keep it short, she's amazing, and like I said in my little snippet or essay for her, ever since I was mature enough to know and understand the meaning of this term she always used to say, you don't believe fat meat is greasy. Ever since I was mature enough to understand that, I just knew she was an extraordinary mother. Like, she is the glue of the family, the rock. I mean, and she's just like amazing because like some stuff I'm seeing and still seeing or have seen in the past, it's just like, and like you still holding on.
Yes.
Like, I just love her, and like she's just a blessing to everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
And definitely correct. She is truly a blessing. I have enjoyed every moment of spending time and getting to know her since we met more intimately. And so I just thank God for her presence in my life. And not only was Janice nominated one time, nominated 2 times, but she was nominated 3 times. And by 3 of her sons, of her 4 sons, I thought, wow, how amazing is that to have your children to think that highly of you, to take the time to nominate you. So I applaud you. And like Kathy wasn't nominated 1 time, but Kathy was nominated twice. And so you ladies are certainly extraordinary in my book. And so I am so grateful to share this opportunity with you all. And so we have some prizes that we'll get to you guys. But I want to give you guys an opportunity, you ladies, to say something. Kathy? Kathy, if there we go. There we go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. I said Mother's Day, I usually want to rush past Mother's Day because it's, it's hurtful to have, both of your children deceased,
Mm-hmm.
2 of my grandchildren and my husband, so, but I know that God does not make mistakes, and he says that he will never leave us nor forsake us. And he trusts us with whatever we're going through. So I am so grateful that my motherly instincts are there. And I just want to bless whoever I can. I love Kimberly. I love I am the mother. Like when I was at my job, I used to be I told them I'm the mother. I'm the mom. But I thank you and I praise God for you. I praise God for your endeavors and, just celebrating the widows and the mothers because, widows are often forgotten. So I really appreciate you and, and your companies, your ministry, your endeavors.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And congratulations to you. And may God continue to bless you in all that you do as well. Janice Billingsley. Yes.
Thank you so much. I'm so honored to be here. And first of all, just like Wendell was saying, that we just kind of give you a shout out, Shenita, because if it were not for you, like I always say, this journey of widowhood would have been a lot more disheartening to me and lonely and sad. And when I say that you afforded me every opportunity to find joy, you did. You had us all over this city. You had us writing books and doing everything. We were everywhere. And I just want to say thank you. And you're an extraordinary mother and grandmother. And we appreciate you and every effort that you have made to enrich our lives. And to Kathy, a happy Mother's Day to you. And I'd like to say that I'm sincerely sorry for your loss. And you're right, we do.
I call widows the incredible shrinking women because people do have a tendency to forget about us. But I am grateful today for my sons who have nominated me. And I'm hoping that my oldest son can get on, because Jameed Billingsley, Burrell Billingsley, and James Wesley Billingsley were the ones that saw fit to say a word in season about me. And I am just honored, like each mother is here, because the Bible says that there are many women who have done well. And there are those of us who praise the Lord and fear God. But we are blessed when our children rise up and call us blessed.
Amen.
Every parent wants to hear that. Every parent wants to hear that they've done a good job, but they have impacted the lives of their children. And today I am so grateful. I was so excited. I was reluctant to say it to my sons because I thought they didn't have enough time, but I see that they did come through. And I just am grateful for being their mother. I consider it an honor to be able to speak into the lives of these young men. And my dear daughter, Kali Billingsley, who's in Chicago, Illinois, and all of my daughters in love. I love them all dearly. Our family is a tight unit. I'm looking forward to Sunday celebrating with everybody. But I've asked my oldest son to come on also, because you've got to hear from him, because he is the patriarch of our family now, and he is leading us, and he's taken the role of his dad, and I'm truly appreciative of him to do that. But thank you so much, and I'm delighted to be here. I thank God for the life, health, and strength that he's given me, and I'm looking forward to impacting the lives of my children even more, and my grandchildren. Thank you.
Thank you. And just congratulations again, just to hear those words. Jameed says he's on, but he's not literally on camera, but he's in the house. So he wants you to know that. And your daughter in love said she's phenomenal. And I was trying to read all the comments here. Congratulations to both of you, not only just the two of you, but there were 5 other mothers who were nominated. And we want to say congratulations to all of you all, because you deserve this recognition. We are to give you your flowers while you enjoy them.
Yes.
And so, Kathy, I am so glad that you are not going to rush by Mother's Day this year. You are going to be celebrated this year and every year moving forward, because you have made a major impact in people's lives. So thank you both. And again, congratulations to everyone. Andrew and Wendell, if you guys would like to share anything before we prepare to close.
Yeah, real briefly, again, shows like today are so important in making sure to provide acknowledgments, thank you, gratitude, a positive attitude, and just reminding people how important mothers truly are. And while we put we put a little extra for this coming Sunday, but every day while they're here, just thank you for all the moms, grandmoms, aunties, all the maternal figures out there, for what you do for family and what you do for community. We wouldn't be here without you. So thank each and every one of you.
Yeah. And I just wanted to say to Janice, I know Janet, and your son's a preacher, but now I know where he got it from, because while you were talking, I started taking up an offering. So I just want to thank you for that. It was just very inspiring. All of this was so inspiring.
Praise the Lord.
And here's the last thing I want to say about my mother, Roxy Ellen Hollins. We gave her flower while she was alive. She's dead now. It was at her 70th birthday party, and we had a celebration for her. One thing that more than one of us said was, Mom, our father wasn't around. So we said, Mom, thank you for being, both mother and father. And my mother said something I'll never forget. She said, I never tried to be a father. She said, I just tried to be the best mother that I could be. So thank you for all you mothers for being the best that you can be and raising little knuckleheads like myself.
Thank you, thank you. I want to just thank and recognize a few mothers who have gone on story. Some of the sponsors for tonight, we want to highlight their moms and even the ones who are still living. So I'm just going to call their names out. The late Anna James, the late Emma Jones, the late Sophia McElroy, the late Alice Mae Charles, the late Roxy Ellen Hollins, the late Daisy Washington, whom I love dearly, the late Mother Hattie G. Watkins, the late Johnny Walton, Miss Andrew Faye Snorton, Miss Edith Rollins, Miss Jennifer Ross, and to each and every person who nominated Miss Brenda King, Miss Dolores, I'm sorry, hold on just a moment. Miss Dolores Mitchell was nominated by her niece, Dorothy Pageant. Again, Kimberly Cook, thank you. Jameed Billingsley, Brenda King, Carissa Williams, Monica Reese, Allison Rhodey for nominating Pastor Diane Spruill. So many people to thank and to honor and to recognize this evening. Miss Siobhan Fleming. There are so many stories. It's just not enough time to share all of it. But I just want to make sure that while I have the opportunity to celebrate, to recognize, to award, to all of these things for you amazing women, I want to do my part. And so one of my friends sent the acronym of what mother meant to him. He said the M is mentor. And he said his mom was kind of mean when he was growing up. But it contributed to his success. The O was for an observer and an organizer. The T was for trustworthy, and he says she was a terrorizer. He has jokes. H, a healer, or from the extreme, some mothers are haters, but we can't say that we are. E is for educator / equalizer. R is for religious and right. So I wanted to just share the thoughts of some of the men who have celebrated and who have acknowledged their mothers. I did not have the opportunity to read the bios of these amazing women, Kathy or Janice, but I'm going to share their bios on Facebook if it's okay with them. And again, I want to congratulate each and every one of our mothers on the show who were nominated and those mothers who were not nominated, because you all are still extraordinary in your own right. And so we celebrate you today and always, and we thank you for the sacrifice that you have made on behalf of your children. Andrew, Wendell, would you all like to share some parting words?
No. No, I want to say I just enjoyed this show. Like I said about the revelation I had about my mom just walking with me was inspiring, and this show right here just brought back a lot of memories, and it just made me reflect. So I just want to say thank you for the show, and thank you, very powerful mothers, for this show and making Mother's Day the Thursday before. So I'm just going to celebrate until Sunday.
And we have some beautiful gifts for all of the moms, and we'll make sure that we get them to them. So I'm really excited to celebrate you not only here in this place, but in a tangible way as well. So it's just an honor. So Janice, Kathy, if I give you guys a minute each.
Okay, I just wanted to say thanks again, but I did want to give a shout out to my son. Come here, James. James Wesley, whose house I came to. He and my beautiful daughter-in-law early so that they could help me get online. I was not going to mess this up because you know I do have a reputation for that. So I was here a whole hour and a half early. So I'm thankful to James and to my son for real and to me. But thank you so much.
Yes, and you all look beautiful, both of you.
Thank you, thank
look
you.
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. You do too.
Thank you. Kathy.
I'm just so grateful. I almost can't put it into words. And I wish all of you a very, very happy Mother's Day. And for those of you who still have your mothers, you know, what a blessing. Like me, well, I wrote a book and my life story is in my book. And it tells that I was given away at birth by my birth mother. But the name of my book is Surviving the Storms. And, you know, but my godmother, my godparents who were angels, she passed in 2001 as well. So my godparents were my parents. And I'm telling you, I'm thankful for them. I think everything that I am and everything that I do is because of her, how she trained me, how she brought me up. You know, they brought me up in the church. They brought me up in a loving, you know, godly, spiritual family. So I'm thankful for that. So I'm just thankful for you all and, you know, giving us a chance to express, you know, but you don't know what other people think of you until I was just shocked when I read the essays. I was like, oh my goodness, you know, I'm just honored. That's all I can say. And thank you so much for the platform and happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. And I just want to give a shout out to everyone that took part in ranking the essays, reading them. Monique Williams, Melanie Williams, Alethea Bonella, Lawana Reeves. In addition, we had Gail Martin, Andrew Snorton, Katasha, and Charlie James. Katasha Bird. So I just want to thank everyone and everyone who contributed to celebrating you all today. I am just honored. And the majority of the sponsors were men.
Wow.
Let me just say, the men in my life, if I could marry all of them, I would.
You'll have to become Mormons.
Let me tell you, the men in my life are amazing. I just want to make sure that we give men their props because there are some good men still out there. And so I'm just blessed to have some wonderful ones in my circle. And so I thank God for them and all of you guys. And so with that being said, we thank you for watching this evening. I pray that your mother is going to be blessed on this Sunday and every day of her life if she is still living. And if she is not living, please celebrate her legacy anyway and find a mother to celebrate. So yes, we love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening and happy Mother's Day to every mother. Yeah.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yay. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome.